Hi, it's David here from Wargaming, guys, and we're going back to some of our unboxing videos. Now, we're going to look at the Baron's War this time. We're going into it a bit, and it's going to be the Peasant Levy. Okay, so this is the Baron's War 2nd edition Peasant Levy, 1100 to 1350. Now, these are 28mm models. They're meant to be used, well, primarily meant to be used with the Baron's War 2nd edition rule set, but you can use them for whatever peasants or bowmen or outlaws or whatever you want to do. But they're from Wargames Atlantic, and they're 28mm, and they come 24 in a box. So let's open up and see, have a look. Now, in the box, this is what you get into in the box. So you get some bases, 25mm bases, round, with Wargames Atlantic on. They've got I believe these are for little magnets and things you can put in and to make magnetic for storage. Not really much you can say about those. Now, these are all the gubbins you get. Now, you get 4 of the same sprue. Put the other ones aside. Now, on these sprues, see, you get 4 of these. You get 6 guys. Well, that makes sense considering there's 24 in a box. Now, on here, you get enough bits to arm them all with bows. You get some slings. You got some hatchets. You got some double-handed weapons, which I think they're classed as improvised double-handed weapons on the in the Baron's War. You get a selection of heads. More heads than you have bodies. No. I think there's one with a metal hat, but most of them don't come with any armor on at all. The bodies are unarmored, and the legs are unarmored as well, which you kind of expect from Levy peasants and things like that. And like I said before, you got some improvised double-handed weapons. You have some slings. Now, I'm thinking about doing an outlaw gang, so the slings and the bows will be very useful. And also, I think I'm going to do got to make some assassins and things like that. So I've got to go ahead and think up a way to do that. I've got to get the Death and Taxes expansion before I start making up the models and things like that to resemble the rules. So overall, I'm liking the quality. The quality is nice. There's nice fine detail on there. I don't think, if we get a close up on that one, see nice. There's enough detail that it's not like some of the other companies which go overboard on the detail. I'm not too fussed on that because I like to get things painted quickly onto the field. Now, with Baron's War, you don't need to have a huge amount of models. I think the intro game at 500 points, there's not many over 30-40 models, and they're very quick and easy, simple paint schemes, and easy to get on the table. So that's the main sprue of the box. So like I say, you get 4 of these, so 24. Now, with those, they're just the basic weapons. Now, with those, you'll get 2. I've got 2 of these. Now, these, you've got your spears, you've got your halberds or bill hooks, whatever you want to call them, which have a mixture of armored and not unarmored. I think there's some. If I look close, I'm sure there's some chainmail on the arms, so you can use them for chainmail armed, or someone there. Warriors. You can use these on the sergeants as well. I believe this is the same sprue as for the sergeants for the different weaponry, which is why I think they come with some chainmail on. I've already got some levies with spears on, because that was the suggestion they do in the starter set for the blue retinue. So that is yeah. Oh, and they've come with they are lettered to help you with matching the arms. So that is again. Oh, and again on here the actual quality of the sprues is nice. There's not excessive mold lines or anything like that. But I think they are pretty good for the cost, and you do get 24, which is quite good. Now here are some examples of some Levy. Now, like I said, I've got some spearmen. I created some spearmen and some archers from that box, from the starter set, from those sprues. So here's a selection. So you can see the spearmen. There are 9 spearmen, as per the retinue example. You may have noticed I've accidentally used some of the chainmail, but the majority of them are unarmored. They're not armored in my retinue, so that does fine. They're nice and easy, simple to get the details are nice and simple to get a reasonable reasonable look on them, and that's one of the things. They're quick, easy, simple, put together paint. I think I did the spearman and the bowman within a week, so it was quite nice and easy. Even someone of my painting standard, and skill, they were quite easy to get on. Use lots of base colours, washes, and yes, it turned out quite nicely. And here's the bowman. Same type of paint scheme. Nice basic paint scheme, but sometimes less is more. So a good thumbs up from Wargames Atlantic. Thanks very much for providing the models from Wargames Atlantic this time. The only downside for these large boxes is the fact that for the Barons War, you don't necessarily need to use all the models. Now, for Levy, it's not so much of a problem because they're cheap and they're numerous. And if you go for something like the Outlaw retinue from Death and Taxes, you probably won't have a problem. But if you got the Knights, which are come in similar size boxes, or the Sergeants, it might be worth sharing between a few of you, unless you want to go nuts on the size of your retinue and the points that you have to play with. So that is the only criticism I have of these boxes, is the fact that they're all one. I think they should make a selection box, as it were. So you kind of have 2 or 3 sprues of the Levies, a couple of the Sergeants, and a few Knights and things like that. So I think that's possibly a development that they could do in the future. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ding the bell for all future notifications on all my videos. And we are planning on getting more the Barons War content sorted soon. Me and Palette of War are going to do some hopefully do some battle reports and playthroughs and run-throughs and things like that. We're going to just mix it up a bit and see how we can do. Okay, so see you in the next video.